Welcome back to Total Drawing, or if this is your first time watching a Total Drawing video, welcome. Today we're drawing dice. We're just going to draw one, and the dice drawing is really just a pretext to show you a couple of cool drawing tools. I'm going to start out by making a cube. It's pretty much in three-point perspective, so the outer vertical edges lean away from one another at their tops. Rounded off the corners, and I'm going to just tone the entire cube a light gray. You'll notice I'm shading outside of the lines. That helps me to ensure that I've shaded to the edges of my shapes, and I'll clean off that overshading with my eraser. There we are. Now, since this is a die, I'm going to go ahead and put in a number 1 mark on the front side. So we won't see the 6. The 6 would be the side opposite the number 1. This isn't about the lesson, but just so you know, any two opposite sides on a die add up to be 7. This front side is going to be my medium side with regards to how dark I want to shade, and the side facing the right will be my dark side. I'm shading the darker side using diagonal strokes that are similar to the top and bottom edge of that side. And let's go ahead and make this side a number 3. So I'm really just putting in these little vertical lines. They're slightly wider in their center. Same thing across the top of the cube for the number 2. Anytime I draw on a white background or a white ground plane, I like to go ahead and throw in a cast shadow. The cast shadow is lighter and softer the farther it is from the object that cast it. We're getting close to the fun part where I can show you our new cool drawing tool, the eraser shield. And I also have a bridge. This is a plexiglass bridge that I can rest my hand on over my drawing so that I can shade in the background without laying my hand on top of the die. Now you can buy yourself a fancy bridge like this one. It's clear so I can see my drawing through it. It's great. But as far as a classroom solution goes, I have in the past simply taped 2 pink pearl erasers to the ends of a 12-inch ruler to make a small bridge that I could lay over top of my artwork and keep from smudging it and also from getting my hands dirty. I'm just adding in some tiny little shadows right into the tips of these concave dots on my die, and it's time for the eraser shield. Now this erasing shield is made by Alvin. It's very thin, very flexible, and you use it kind of like a stencil. You use it to cover parts of your drawing while you erase out the empty shapes that you can see. Now a die is rounded on its edges or corners. So after I finish cleaning up the bottom and left edge of my die, I'm going to use this eraser shield to add a little crisp white highlight to the top front edge of my die and also to the top right edge of my die, right through there. I've got a pretty narrow line that's almost as wide as my die. I'm going to get it in position and then erase hard. There we are. Now instead of having a dark edge where these 2 flat planes meet, I have a highlight. Typically, corners catch highlights. So the corner of my die will be the lightest part of my drawing, save for the white ground plane. Just clean up my over erasing there on the left. I'm going to do the same thing to the top right edge. I'll put downward pressure onto my erasing shield so it doesn't slide and erase out another crisp highlight. That looks great. I like to put a tiny shiny highlight in the hollow number 1 on the front side of my die. I'll use a circle for that and then just shape it using the tip of my pencil. That's it. So these are small details. Our erasers are typically kind of blobby, nondescript tools, and the eraser shield can help make up for that. So go ahead and pick up an eraser shield and start using your eraser as a drawing tool, not just a mistake fixer. Thanks for watching TotalDrawing.com.